Hey guys, welcome to the very first video of Fun with JavaScript. In this video series, we'll be creating a lot of fun stuff using only HTML and JavaScript and maybe a little CSS. I am assuming you have basic knowledge of HTML and JavaScript, although you will still enjoy this video even if you are completely new to programming. In this video, we'll be creating this little animation that looks like a no signal screen. To follow along with me, you only need a laptop, any text editor, a web browser, and a cup of coffee. We are going to start by creating an HTML file. You can name it anything as long as it has a HTML extension. We'll start with the HTML tag, then the head tag, which we can leave empty. Inside the body, we'll put the canvas tag and give it an ID so we can access it later from our JavaScript code. The canvas is where all the rendering is going to take place. Next, we'll use the script tag to specify the source of our script. I'll name it as index.js, and that's all we need in our HTML file. Now we'll create our JavaScript file which has a .js extension. We'll start by getting a reference to our HTML canvas by using the document objects getElementById method, and we'll specify our canvas ID. The default width and height of the canvas is 300 by 150 pixels, so we'll change it to the width and height of our window. And then we'll get the context from the canvas using the getContext method and passing 2D as a parameter, as we'll be working in 2D. The context object provides us various methods to render shapes in our canvas. Now we can use a context to render anything in our canvas. We'll use a fillRect method to quickly render a rectangle on the screen. We need to specify the coordinates of the top left corner of our rectangle and its width and height. We will save the file and switch to a web browser. Press Ctrl or Command O to open a file and select the HTML file that we just created and open it. So we have rendered a 100 by 100 pixels rectangle, which is essentially a square. The default fill color is black, as you can see. Now we need to render a lot of these squares, so we'll use nested for loops to draw them along the width and height of our canvas. The first loop will go horizontally along the x coordinate. Let's start from 0 and go up to the width of our canvas. We can keep increasing the x coordinate by the size of our squares. So let's quickly define a variable to store the size. We'll set its value to 10. Similarly, we will have a for loop to go vertically along the y coordinate. These values specify the top left corner of our squares. Now let's change the fill style to a different color and use the fillRect method to render a square. We'll specify the x and y coordinates and we'll use a size to set the width and height. And we have rendered several little squares that all have the same color, so we cannot distinguish between them and it looks like one big square. So let's define an array with different colors so we can use random colors for different squares. Now let's define a variable and use math.random to generate random numbers. It actually returns a real number between 0 and 1, so we'll multiply it by the length of our colors array and use floor method to round off the result so that we can get a random integer value between 0 and the size of our array minus 1, and which in this case will be 5. Now we'll use this value to set the fill style to a random color for every square. So now we have squares of different colors. Now we want to continuously keep drawing these squares with random colors to get the effect we want. There are various ways to do this. What I'm going to do is define a function and put all this code inside it, and then use the setInterval method to continuously call our method. The setInterval method accepts the name of a method and a time interval, basically in milliseconds. So now our draw method will be called after every 500 milliseconds. Let's see the result. Okay, so 500 milliseconds is half a second, which is clearly a lot. Let's reduce the value and now it looks better. Let's add a little boundary around our squares and render them in the center so it looks nicer. I am going to draw a black rectangle from 25,25 with the width and height of our canvas. So we will have a 25 pixel margin at the start. And let's start drawing our squares from 50,50, giving us a 25 pixels black boundary. We want a 25 pixel boundary at the end as well, and since the size of our square is 10 pixels, we'll subtract 35 from our canvas width and height to get the desired boundary. Okay, so we have the boundary, but the canvas is going out of our screen because of the width and height of the window. So I'll just reduce the canvas width and height by 100, and now we have our final render. And that will be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it and learned something from it. I'll put the link to my GitHub repo in the description so you can go through the code, tweak around and have fun. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, leave a comment if you have any question or suggestion, and do subscribe to my channel for more cool content.